Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Class of Heroes 2G Remaster Edition. As we continue down the optional quest chain here at Particus. Next up in that line is Life Reaping Scythe from Katarina. She is looking for another Necromancer item and wants our help finding it.
命を狩る鎌。これはカテリーナの依頼です。
いいのビット。私が説明するわ。私たち狩猟使いの武器は大釜と昔から決まっているの。そこで命を狩る鎌があれば、より精度の高い狩猟術を扱うことができる。
You're sure having us fetch you a lot of items to make you more powerful, Katarina.
命を狩る鎌はフレーク地下道のどこかにあるはずよ。
Oh, this again, huh?
よろしくお願いね。
Goodness. Alright. Flake Pass, you say. So that should once again just be... I think from Haldea. Sure enough. Alright, so the Book of Solomon was doing a pretty good job of hiding on whatever that other path was, Howler, I think. Let's see if it turns out to be a little easier to find this Life Reaping Scythe. There's a lot of empty 3x3 rooms, so that's promising. Let's try Exhale of Darkness first. Go ahead and turn on the lights so it's easier to see. And start from here. As usual, so many worthless monsters standing in our way. Okay, so nothing there. How about in here? Nope, no such luck yet. Okay, so this group of empty rooms, which I had hoped would be promising, was a bust. I think I looked in here while I was on the way. Let's try this empty room at the end of this long corridor. That could be promising. Nope. Okay. How about up here? Let's try this area next. Nope. No, there's a little dead end here. Nope. Dead end here as well. Alright, we'll try that, actually, and we'll just kind of look back and forth at these intersections in this middle watery area as we go. Not seeing anything. And looks like another no. Okay. I think this map was a bust. Well, there's a lot of empty rooms in this one too, so let's try this next. Nah, shouldn't pass through there. It's going to turn out the lights. And they're useful for seeing the spinning question mark of questness from farther away. Not in these rooms. Aha! Found it. That wasn't so hard. In this dead end at the northern tip. Let's guess that maybe there will be a fight. Or we might just get cursed again, but just in case there is a fight, turn some buffs on. Let's go. Sure. Okay, there is a fight. That is multiple monsters. I explained about how sometimes there's... Wow, that's a whole lot of monsters. Okay, no it's not. It's just very deep. Ambiguity between singular and plural in Japanese. Alright, let's turn on a wall. Focus, focus. Give us one more level of accuracy. You throw a boom on them. Magic barrier and attack. Is the vortex new? I feel like we've seen that sprite before, but this may be a palette swap. Ooh, look at that Centaurus. Have we seen that sprite in the second game yet? I'm pretty sure we've seen it in the first one. Haha, Emma's ladle -3 obliterated the gargoyle. Sliced it right in half. Nice. Those monsters stood no chance. Okay, that was pretty easy. No problem. Let's teleport out of here. And give Katarina her scythe. You're very angsty and emo, Katarina. Also, it's pretty obvious you have a thing for Bitto. A Kalidbolg. Let's take a look at this Kalidbolg. Looks like it's crap. Yeah, it's not great. It can inflict silence and death, and it has spell resistance up, and defense, accuracy, evasion all +1, but it hits twice for 28 to 73. That is not great. It is also very long range, though. Oh, it's just for gunners, anyway. I can't even use it. Well, anyway, it's the thought that counts, as usual. Okay, go ahead and rest up Seraphi and Grum. Save our progress. And are there any new quests? There are not! We appear to have finally completed the optional quest chain. Which means it is on to hostage situation. But I guess before that, we should just make super sure... Alright, I literally just saved, so that's fine. Oops, I'm being an idiot. Here we go, through the dimension door. Let's just make super sure there are no more quests to do back in our homeworld. I don't think so. Nothing here. But you never know, the game could be sneaky enough to pop something up on us if you complete all the optionals of Particus. Nothing here. Nothing here. Didn't think so. Reload our save. And now, finally, onward to hostage situation. So who are these hostages?
人質解放ね。最終決戦の前に捕らえられている人質を解放してもらいたいの。人質はトハス海底洞窟にいるはずよ。私たちは最終決戦に向けて準備を行っておくわ。少年場よ。みんなよろしく。
All right, straight to the point. One Wyvern Summon ticket. How many of those do I have at this point anyway? 16. That's a pretty good supply. I think Tohaus Seabed is from Yamhaus. Yep. Ah, it's the original game's water tile set. That's cool. I had forgotten the original game did have a water tile set. I only just now remembered that, now that we get to see it again. Okay, that time, the name of the dungeon is not obscuring the buff icon at the top of the screen, so it only happens sometimes. Anyway, how many maps? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 mapper. Okay. Let's see if we can get through, at a minimum 1 this episode, maybe 2, because we're not very far into the recording, and then finish the rest of it in the next episode. Feels a little laggy for some reason. Struggling with this tile set, apparently. Alright, Gore Demon scum. You made a mistake. Once again, a very minor complaint. Very minor. But, we really don't seem to get... Let's grab this before I forget about it. We really don't seem to get much in the way of dungeon-appropriate monsters. You don't really get fire creatures in the fire dungeon. You don't really get water creatures in the water dungeon or ice creatures in the ice dungeon. I mean, I guess we were introduced to that mammoth enemy in the ice dungeon. But for the most part, it just kind of seems like you run into a random grab bag of enemies wherever you are. Definitely a little laggy here. For some reason. And some angles more than others. Aha. Steak. Personally, I actually just kind of prefer a good patty to steak. Not a huge steak fan, really. Well, for Candy, lost wisdom, but she doesn't use it anyway. Mediocre hit point roll by her standards. Another minor complaint. Ooh, lots of hit points for Wheeler. It would be nice if the liquids, the fluids, were animated in this game. The water, the magma and stuff. I'm trying to remember, are there some places where it actually is animated? Ooh, Sky Dragons. I want to say yes, we did see somewhere it was animated, but I'm not positive. Certainly not animated here, and there have been quite a few places where it wasn't. And it doesn't look great. And it's honestly not that hard. I mean, you can even just give it a scrolling texture, and that's better than nothing. So, you know, very minor complaint, but a thing they could do to make it look better. Blue innerwear +3, captain's bottom -2. Neither of that sounds inspiring. Yeah, evasion 3 is all that gives you. So the captain's bottom is going to be worthless, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I mean, it can improve accuracy a bit, but at this point, we really haven't been having accuracy problems particularly. So, yeah, that's not worth it. And what was the other thing we got? Blue innerwear. Yeah, there's no way that's going to be an improvement for anybody, but I suppose we can check. Terrible. Accuracy goes up, but everything else goes way down. Yeah, it's no good. We'll just sell it. Sure, it's basically worthless, because, again, it doesn't care about pluses that have been added onto items. That is not factored into the price. Which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. From a narrative perspective, I suppose from a gameplay perspective, they want to prevent the player from being able to just throw some pluses on an item and then sell it for a gigantic profit. Laziness. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a little bit of enemy variety. At this point, it feels like we've been running into basically the same kind of enemies almost everywhere in the other world. And I'm kind of getting tired of seeing their faces. Would like to meet some new friends. Wow, it's laggy in places. Be interesting to know what is it that causes this lag, because there are plenty of tile sets that work just fine. So what's the difference? I guess the Sky Dragons are new. Man, those guys drop doubles contracts like crazy. Yeah, even the battle lags a bit. Come on and counter rate. Come on, encounter rate. Give it a rest. Ugh. Come on! No, I got spinner tiled or teleported, one or the other. Teleported, I think. Nope, spinner tiled. Split leather leggings, garbage. Shattered chain is too. Well, now we got teleported. Sorry if I'm spacing out a little bit. Just kind of going into mindless exploration mode. Alright, we found the way to the next map. A world abandoned by light. That's... Oh, and those go to 2 different maps. Land Under the Blue. How interesting. Lag! Why so much lag? Ooh, white gold. That's a good synthesis material. Sure, I gained a level. 27 hit points is not bad. Alright, well, let's just grab that while we're here. Mrr. Get out of here. Ugh, so laggy. Okay. I think we got this big central area pretty thoroughly. We haven't gotten whatever's here. Am I missing anything else? Nothing else jumps immediately out at me. A world abandoned by light. Okay, so those both go to a world abandoned by light, and this one goes to Land Under the Blue. Droopy ears. Is that finished equipment? No. Probably makes rabbit ears or something. And we've 100%ed it. Yeah, we definitely have time for at least one more map. Which one do we want to go to next? Land under the blue or... Oh. Oh, these all go to land under the blue. Why did I think they went to different places? Why did I think that? Who even knows? Spinners trying to send us flying into shock walls. A classic, a classic. Time-honored traps. Bubble Bowl Crab. At least that's kind of thematically appropriate. And now it's dead. Oh, more spinner tiles trying to slam us into shock walls. And shock tiles and just the whole 9 yards. Such a friendly place. Okay, and a random move tile. Okay, so that will connect back to the previous map through the center exit. Oh, quite a few of them this time. Uh-huh. I had a suspicion. It's been doing a lot of that. A single gore demon is not scary. Medusa's eye is kind of scary. Spinner tiles and shock walls everywhere. What a bunch of playful architects. Well, we're finding and activating some magic keys. The whole spinner slamming you into a wall thing, a shock wall, doesn't work as well when it's on a tile that you're going to be turning on anyway. Because it's not like you're just going to be holding the button down to fly forward. Aisha gained a level of 13 hit points, which is not great, but by her standards, it's not terrible. If it's not single digits, it's not terrible. Roll for Grom, gain wisdom, 41 hit points is quite good. Whew. Oh man, they tricked me. Because I had thought it was only going to be on the corners, because that's a pattern they'd been establishing. Nope. Good thing my party dodged it. I mean, just would have been a single heal spell for Serafi to repair the damage. Look at that, move tile right into a shock tile. But as I've said, if by this point in the game you have not had permafloat for a very long time, then I don't know what to tell you. Shock tiles everywhere. Okay, where does that lead? Oh, right, that just is the final connection back to a world abandoned by light. Okay, so we have found all of those. Aha, that was the portcullis a magic key opened. The heck? Oh, it teleported us. I was going to say, it just leads to a dead end. So many spinners. Boy, that acts like there's going to be something there for a quest, but who knows? And another one, and this will actually lead somewhere new, I think. Nothing too great. Pretty sure the obsidian arrows that Aisha has are much better than those purifying. Yeah, they are indeed. Okay, and that leads, rather than across, either down or up to Blood Painted by Sea. But let's, Oh, we can't make our way back there because of this move tile, except we can because of a certain somebody. Nice try. Can't trap me. Nothing good. Oops, they finally got me with it. Oh, Aisha even regens now. Good lord, they almost got me twice. Move tiles, man. The move tiles are throwing me off. Alright, we haven't 100%ed it. What are we missing? Ah, right here. Laziness wins. And now we have. Okay. Well, looks like next it's going to be down to Blood Painted by Sea. In the next episode. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I'll see you then.